organization that we made called Travel for You. My name is Herby.
And I'm Trenton. So basically for our work sprint, we put together a concept and a website for a program called Travel for You, which is basically a 4-phase program where you go volunteer, you travel, volunteer in 4 different locations for 6 weeks each. And you can explore, experience the culture, and you're there to volunteer. We kind of came up with this idea because we both loved Voyage so much, and we realized that if there was a program that provided us just with 4 phases in 4 different locations and gave us the opportunity to go explore these different countries, that would be something we'd be very interested in. So obviously we don't have time to actually run you through the website that we made, so we're just going to kind of show you some pictures of our website.
Yeah, this is the home page right here. Travel, explore, experience, and where you can apply. We picked for each phase was a different country, so we had 3 different packages based on safety, price, fun, and volunteer opportunities. And over here, we told you the countries, how much would cost, what the tuition included, and what it didn't include.
And then this goes more in depth of some of the packages that we put together. So basically our process as we were going through this, we started out with an idea where you would travel for 365 days. The program was a full year and you went to as many different locations as you could throughout the program. But that original idea got scrapped pretty fast once we actually started looking into the prices and the safety issues that came with just traveling across the world, whether through any sorts of transportation really.
Yeah, same thing like you were saying, like it didn't sound realistic, and when we were coming up with that idea, we started getting stuck and realized how hard, making a program like ours or like You Belong is, like what goes into it and stuff like that. For example, like the cost and how to actually make the profit from it. We also had trouble with the website ourselves because even though we learned how to use Wix, we didn't really apply that much, so it was like a learning process throughout the whole thing. And then we came up with making the idea and the website.
So takeaways, basically something that I really learned throughout this experience is like I like to do things kind of like by myself or on my own, and obviously I had to work with Herby, but also I realized that we ran into a lot of like roadblocks, and we ended up seeking help and opinions from other people, and I just kind of realized that really streamlined our process because I think we could have done those things by ourselves, but it would have taken us a lot longer without the help that we got. And obviously we learned how to build a website. I know we had a workshop a while back ago on it, and I was really interested in it, but I never really followed up on it, so I kind of found this work sprint as a good experience to do that.
Yeah, one of the main things was time management, because we thought that, like I said beforehand, the idea was to came up as many countries as possible in a year, like each month, and when we found out like the feedback and we went through the process of how it would go, it wasn't actually going to work out as easy. We had to realize that it would take a lot more longer to come up with a new idea, make the website, and try to make this organization that we were making function. And we also had some side discoveries too. Trenton found out like some other places he would want to go and some other options he would take for internship. I realized I have some other plans, not for internship, but other places I want to travel, found some new countries, some new ideas to explore, and other ways I can help find myself and what I want to do next afterwards as well.
Yeah, I think I actually figured out a lot more about what I might want to do for internship through just the last 48 hours that I put in the last couple of weeks. So yeah.
Two questions.
Really quick, how much will your program cost?
We looked into a lot of different programs like You Belong and the different programs that you guys actually use. And we found that we actually came up with 3 different tiers for price. And I think we ended up just coming to like $8 grand, $10 grand, and $12 grand.
So I know like gap years at the end of the gap years is supposed to like build you as a person and like push you to what you want to do next, like to university or jobs or whatever. What's like the end goal for you guys since you're just traveling in the whole year?
Well, through this gap year for hours, it's just basically focusing on travel and exploration. Even though with this program it's more about trying to find a job, I always feel like you're trying to find yourself more, figure out your interests. Like after boards, like maybe for some of you guys too, you guys probably found out more interests that you guys are into, more about yourselves, and also like more about people in the world, learning more cultures and more how we are, around the world. So I feel like those are what we mostly focus on and why we wanted to do Voyage, continue with that phase.
Last question.
So tell us more about why people would go through your Voyage program instead of just traveling on their own for a specific amount of time.
Because we have a structured, ours is more structured. Because for example, we had a girl that was in our volunteer program, and she basically went through kind of like You Belong and just kind of did her own thing, which from going to like different countries for like each phase, and we're like, we can just make that for you and just structure that for you ourselves and make it more cheaper as well. So we just built it on that, made it more cheaper, and just added more phases for you.